first things first, we need to make our lady fingers. Now you can either make them using our recipe, or you can go ahead and buy prepackaged ones in the grocery store. We're going to show you a couple different things that you can do with lady fingers, as well as tiramisu, to make it your very own. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, the first thing that we need to go ahead and do is separate our egg yolks and our egg whites. Crack your egg. When you're making tiramisu, you want to make sure that your eggs come to room temperature. It's a little easier to work with and separate. Okay, well the next thing that we need to go ahead and do is mix our sugar with our egg yolks. And we're going to beat this until it gets nice, light, and fluffy. As you can see, you can kind of see it transforming. It's getting lighter and a little thicker and more airy. This is exactly what you're looking for. You can't overbeat your egg yolk, so you can just do this as long as you want, but you want to make sure that you get it to the perfect stage. Having that nice custard lemony color, exactly what we're looking for. Okay, let's see if it's ready. And how you know if it's ready is you're just going to pick your beaters up and make a figure eight. And if you can make a figure eight, see, and it starts to disappear, that's exactly what you're looking for. I'll do it one more time. There we go. So here's a special tidbit for all you diabetics out there. Instead of using sugar, you can go ahead and substitute that with a sweetener like Splenda, Equal, or Trivia, whatever you prefer. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is whip our egg whites. And you have to be careful when you're whipping your egg whites. The one thing you don't want to do, it's the opposite way as the egg yolks, is you don't want to over whip. Here's a tidbit. When recipes tell you when it comes to that foamy consistency, here's that foamy stage. Here's soft peak stage. How you can tell if it's ready? If it sticks up, your peak sticks straight up. There we go. Perfect. Next, we're going to alternately add our flour and our egg whites. Now you need to sift your flour. For those of y'all who don't have a sifter, you can just sift it using a whisk. You're just basically trying to create air. We're going to add a little egg whites first. And you're not trying, you want to keep this air, so you don't want to overmix. But the first one that I put in here is of egg whites. I'm just basically trying to lighten the egg yolks. So it doesn't matter too much if those egg whites get destroyed. Now we're going to add our little flour. We're going to fold that in. Fold from the center out. Add a little more egg whites. And you're going to continue on doing this. It's that simple. Last bit of egg whites. And there you go. So you're just going to take a large Ziploc baggie. I like using some kind of container that I can put the Ziploc baggie in. And then we're going to scoop our mixture into there. So scoop that all into there. And you're just going to go ahead and cut a small tip at the end. We have parchment paper we've lined on our cookie sheet, and we spray it with nonstick spray, and you're just going to make little lines. And as you're going to continue this on the whole cookie sheet. And you're going to go ahead and bake this at 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes. Now as soon as those lady fingers come out of the oven, we're going to go ahead and lightly dust them with powdered sugar, and this just prevents them from sticking to each other, especially if you plan on freezing your extras. Okay, well we're going to go ahead and start assembling our strawberry tiramisu. First of all, we need to go ahead and cut our strawberries. Cut off the ends, and then you're going to slice them in half. Slice, slice, slice. Always make sure that you use a bear claw so you don't cut your fingers. And if it's summer where you are, preferably use fresh strawberries. But if it's wintertime and you find yourself wanting to prepare this dish, you could always use frozen strawberries. That would work just as well. So we're just going to go ahead and take these strawberries and transfer them to a bowl. Set these aside. So we're not going to be making our traditional tiramisu today. As you can tell, there's going to be a couple of variations that we're doing. One is we're going to be making our tiramisu sugar-free. We actually have a couple of diabetics who are going to be eating this, so I said, why not make it where they can enjoy this dish as well. The other difference is going to be, in a traditional tiramisu, you have an egg, you make an egg base. We're not going to be making that. We're going to make this recipe a little more simple than our traditional tiramisu. So let's go ahead and start whipping our cream. And once your cream reaches soft peak, you're going to go ahead and slowly add your sugar in. Okay, we're going to go ahead and slowly add our sugar in. If you want to make this with regular sugar, you can, but we're using a sugar substitute. Go ahead and add our vanilla in. Add a teaspoon of vanilla. There we go, just eyeball that. We have the rest of our Cointreau. And then just whip that up. And there we go. And we're going to go ahead and start assembling it right now. Okay, now you need to go ahead and take your whipped cream that you just whipped and your mascarpone, and you're going to go ahead and take 1/4 of this mixture, add it to your mascarpone, and this is just going to lighten it up so it's just not as thick. We've already added our orange liqueur to the mascarpone, and you're just going to fold that in there. Don't worry about it deflating too much. Add a little more. And then we're going to add our mascarpone to our whipped topping. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and start assembling our cake right now. Here's your tip. If you can't find mascarpone in your local grocery store, you have a couple of options. Option 1, you can replace mascarpone with a sour cream, a 16-ounce container, or your second option, you can make your own mascarpone. It's very simple to make. Find a recipe online. All it consists of is heavy cream and a tartaric acid. Okay, well we just got our dish that we're going to be using. And we've lined the first layer with ladyfingers, and now we're going to go ahead and take our strawberry preserves. We're using sugar-free again, remember, and we've added a little orange liqueur to this and some orange juice. All you're going to do, take some of your strawberry preserves. Let me go ahead and get a spatula for this. It'll be a little easier. And you're just going to make a thin layer over the ladyfingers. Next, you're going to take your mascarpone mixture, your mascarpone and sour cream, or sour cream, whichever you prefer to use, or found, I guess. Spread that over your ladyfingers. And next, you're going to go ahead and take your sliced strawberries, spread that over the mascarpone mixture, and use about half of your sliced strawberries because we're going to make one more layer for this. Then you're going to just reapply this layer. Do the same, repeat your step. So take your ladyfingers, take our strawberry preserves, and you can repeat this step as many times as you like. We're just going to do it a couple times. Take your mascarpone. Looks good. Take the remainder of your strawberries, sprinkle them right over top. And there y'all have it. It's that simple. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video of our strawberry tiramisu. I hope you'll try this recipe for yourself, and I hope wherever you take it, it's a huge hit. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe to the right-hand side of our page so you'll know when our next video comes out. Until next time.